I didn't go to SEMA. I wish I did, because I would have thrown really hard-hitting questions, because I love doing that to companies to see who is the legitimate company, who actually takes their audience seriously, who is actually invested in creating a well-designed product. I'm going to a car show. I don't want to go to car events with the intent of just trying to get clients. I mean, like, well, yes, that is good, but I feel like that's so one-sided. Like, hey, I'm just detailing that. Here's my card. Here are my prices. Okay, goodbye. No, build a relationship. Talk with the community. See what it's all about. I don't want to go to those events one-sided with selfish interests. So that's not me. And California is such a hypocrite state. Let's save the planet. Stop detailing cars. It's not good for the environment. Let's save the environment together, said everyone not knowing how to. Alright, hey guys, it's Cardo. Welcome back to episode 2 of the Wash and Talk series. Now, it's been raining for quite some time here in California, given the storms that have been happening, and I've been driving my Mercedes Metris out for a bit, visiting new places, checking out detail supply shops, and given that I've been driving on the road, the whole entire van has been bombarded with traffic film, speckles, the wheels and tires look disgusting, and I need to treat this. So, now that it's a partially cloudy, partially sunny day, I can now wash it, properly record, and talk with you guys how life's been going, my detailing business, the new website that's coming out pretty soon, and yeah, just detailing in general. So, grab some snacks, kick back, and enjoy this wash and talk process. Alrighty, so on to step 1, what am I going to use? Well, I'm not too meticulous about swirls or scratches because it's a van. Yeah, I don't really need to think about it. On the contrary, it has more orange peel than swirls and scratches or oxidation, so I don't need to worry too much about that. So, what am I going to use? Well, for the wheels and tires, Brake Buster for the wheels and tires, and then I'm going to use Kosh Chemi's Magic Wheel Cleaner because there is a bombardment of brake dust covered. I mean, I'm looking at it right now. It's basically a chocolate donut at that point. And then I have a couple brushes in the bucket with some Brake Buster solution mixed in there. So that way it's primed, ready to go. As for the exterior, this is going to be a bit controversial. But because there is an excessive amount of traffic film, bird droppings, all that stuff, the strongest car soap is not going to do anything. So I need something stronger. So I'm not going to use my APC pre-wash method. I'm going to use a dedicated degreaser to flood the entire vehicle. Well, mostly just the sides. The upper areas isn't really that dirty, but it's all in the bottom. The front grille, the sides, and even the rear. It's just bombarded with contaminants. So I'm going to be foam canning it straight with a degreaser, not diluted. I mean, yeah, it's going to dilute in the foam cannon, but it's perfectly fine. Straight degreaser, and then I'm going to contact wash the whole thing with CarPro D-Scale. And yeah, I just have a wash mitt ready to go, and then a long reach wash mitt for the glass, and that's it. And that's pretty much it. I don't really have anything. Everything that you're seeing right here is all that I'm going to use. So yeah, let's get started with the wash and talk. Alrighty, on to the wheels and tires. We're going to clean this and get it over with. I'm not going to do any. Well, I'm probably going to change my mind afterwards, but the focus here is just to clean it. I have a dedicated tire dressing already applied onto it, so I don't really need to think too much about this. So yeah, let's just get started. I'm about to start the detail, and I don't even have my pressure washer gun. Thank goodness this was not a mobile job. I would have been so upset. We are going to pre-treat the surface. Let me just get the right sprayer nozzle or size. There we go. So we're going to pre-treat the surface first with Brake Buster. I need to loosen up all this cack. Disgusting junk. So here we go. I'm going to rinse this stuff off. Oh no. And as I suspected, there is so much contamination on this. Yeah, Brake Buster. Wow, even the pre-treatment didn't do much. Wow. Alright, well, I'm going to tackle this in a different way. Well, first I'm going to start on the wheel, only because it's the most contaminated area. And the brake dust is just so out of control. I really need to get rid of this soon. So, because Kosh Chemi is really viscous, I don't want to spray it in areas that I'm not going to clean. Excuse the noise, guys. Sorry. So I'm going to clean all of this. Is there no purple action? Is this really just brake dust? Is this really all brake dust? Or the, traffic film? It's not turning purple. All right, what's the first subject for today? I'm trying to prep my van because I'm going to a car event and I want to have a clean van. I don't want to just show up and be like, oh yeah, hey guys, how's it going? Here's my van. It's half-assed and it's got so much crap all over the surface. No, I don't want to show up like that. I want it to be at least clean. Maybe not show car results, but clean at least. So yeah, that's the objective of today. Prep this car so that way I can be ready to go to the show. I'm not going to attend as like a competitor for the show car. For the car show. But I just want to at least go in clean. Man, this Easy Brush it's just a night and day difference. This is my first time using a Easy Brush. Ew, look at all that disgusting stuff on the surface. All right, time to rinse this off, but I do not want to be standing in the middle of all this. Let me rinse my brushes real quick. All right. I always like to rinse my brushes on the side, only because when I put it back in my bucket solution, I don't want to be like bringing contaminants into my wash media. All right, I'm gonna stand back a bit. I don't want to be in the way of this chemical influx. Ew, look at all of that. Oh my god, what a night and day difference. Oh my god, that is so much cleaner. Just for context, guys, I have not washed my van in like, oh my god, like 2 months. I've done touchless washes, but come on, that's not cleaning your car. That's just removing the dust. And because it was raining for such a long time, I couldn't clean my car properly. Man, there's a lot of chemical in there. Brake Buster, undiluted. Oh, not undiluted. I do have it 1-to-1 right now, and it is doing quite a lot of work, even with the pre-treatment. So I don't need to have it at full strength. Ew, it's very chocolatey. Chocolate donuts. So, I'm going to a car show or a car hangout. It's not like a gigantic car show. It's not a super mega corporation. No, it's not that. It's just a small community of people who love cars, and they want to bring in their whips all clean, decked out with lights, hang out for some food. I think it's like boba or something like that. And everyone's just gonna have a good time. Oh my god, did I scratch my van? Oh no, that's just brake dust. I don't wanna go to car events with the intent of just trying to get clients. I mean, like, well, yes, that is good, but I feel like that's so one-sided. Like, hey, I'm just detailed that I came out of the blue to go to your event. Here's my card. Here are my prices. Okay, goodbye. No, build a relationship. Talk with the community. See what it's all about. I'm actually trying to look how to mod my van, so I need some advice from people who actually dedicate themselves to modding their whip. So I don't want to go to those events one-sided with selfish interests. So that's not me. And in the meantime that I'm moving all my stuff, I should have put less water in this soapy solution. As I was saying, in the meantime that I move all my stuff, I'll pre-treat this right here. Man, it's refreshing to do a detail now. It's been such a long time. I have not done a quotations detail like you see on my videos where I do like full-fledged clay barring, waxing, wheel and tire deep clean. Like it's been a very long time. Yeah, this is not one of those because I'm not doing meticulous work. I was worrying during that time because I'm like, oh my god, am I losing my craft? Am I losing my experience just sitting around? And I do believe that if you take the time to work on your craft, you need to practice a lot. But how can you practice during a rainy day or when you don't have the time? Yeah, it looks like it's not turning purple, it's just turning brown. So I'm guessing all the iron is embedded in the barrel because there's just like holes right here. I'm guessing for ventilation, but brake dust doesn't go anywhere. I'm guessing it's all trapped inside. Oh yeah, my business. How is it going so far? Well, if you guys follow me on Instagram, you already know where this is gonna go, but my business has been closed for quite a while because, well, I don't want to get into specifics, but I have some things I need to address, some life decisions that I need to make before I continue in my business. And it's not, I'm fine right now. There's nothing serious going on, but I had to unfortunately close my business temporarily so I can focus on bigger things and get my life back together. Man, this thing's disgusting. So during that time, I thought about creating a website for my business because I didn't have one, and I wanted to take the time that my business was closed. I wanted to rethink the structure of my business, and I am not a successful business. I am going to be just honest with you guys. I don't have that clientele to be called a successful business because I wanted to take the time to figure out what am I trying to actually do, because I didn't have like the time to focus on my business. Because like there's other people who detail as a business. There's people who detail as a YouTube channel. For me, I wanted to do both, but I've been struggling to find the time. Excuse the car. That's a leave right now. I've been struggling to have the time to work on my business because I've been so focused on my channel. It takes so much time to get the type of videos that I want. It takes a lot of time to edit, record, and actually do the job that I didn't have time to work on my business. So at the time when I closed my business, I decided to take a couple steps back and actually try to look and see, okay, what do I want to do in my business? I want to focus on that now because I really do want to push my detailing business to be much more successful and also be a YouTube channel at the same time that can help people grow their detailing skills, maybe business down the line if I have the credibility and have a successful business to back up my sources. But yeah, that's my life right now. I'm trying to take a couple steps back, reflect on what's going on, understand my mistakes, and move forward. So that's the story of my current life right now, starting the new year. Now I'll start with the tires. Let's see how this goes. Now I know some people are probably gonna be wondering, Cardo, what the hell is that? Now, if you guys seen my IK Mini video, you already know where this is gonna go. Watch this. Yeah, you can remove the ergonomic piece. Like when I did my review, I had like 10 minutes of footage that I had to delete. I had to delete it because I reached out to IK. They confirmed a couple of information. But during those 10 minutes, or with the footage that I deleted, I showed how they should have sold this by itself. And I think it's BS that they couldn't. Because you would suspect a company that's been in business for 60 years should know this is the most garbage sprayer in existence. And for them to come out and slap us in the face with this, by the way, still pay the $15 or $16, whatever it is, how much it is in your area. and we'll just slap this piece of plastic that probably only costs $2 in material. As much as I like IK bottles, I think it's still a slap in the face to not sell these. A company that's been in business for, what, 60 years and still can't figure out what a good sprayer is, makes me think of a lot of things. So continuing off my business, I'm currently working on a website that I will publish pretty soon, along with my business reopening. So that way, clients can look at prices, can look at my services, check out the links to my videos, answer some questions, have some dedicated emails to contact me with. So yeah, the website's coming out pretty nice. I had to do like 3 whole entire revisions because the theme just wasn't looking right. The colors, I just didn't like them. The footage that I used just wasn't going well. If you've been following me on Instagram, I'm sure you might have seen me recording some background footage for my website, because I do want to have like live video footage as my background, like sectioning off the services, fees, the main header, all that jazz. Because yes, I could just use Square or Google websites. That's for free. But I'm using Canva as my website editor. So that way I can, not only is it free, but because I have a subscription with them, I can use like advanced editing tools, background removal, color correction on certain images, and a lot of advanced tools that if you use the free version, you don't have access to. Yeah, I do expect my website to be live around late January. If it goes live by the time this video gets published, I'll probably put it in the comment section or in the link down below, so you guys can check out my website and you guys tell me what you guys think. I did put in a lot of work in my website, and it was stressful. It was really, really stressful. And yes, I did forget to do this. It was really stressful because I'm trying to nail the right colors, the right fonts, what information to put, because let's be real, clients don't like to read. They just want to get to the point. How much does it cost? How much does it cost? Okay, then I'll put the prices straight up. I'll have a main header and then immediately jumps into my website, like the prices. And I'll probably have information that if they want to read it, I'll probably have it all the way in the bottom. I even made a dedicated video, who needs a detail? So that way, if the customer does not know what a detail is, or if they even need a detail, I have a video just for them. And I think that video will probably be live by the time this video gets uploaded, so make sure you check that out. I'll also put it in the description if it's there. It's a video. It's a wash and talk. Take your time. I always edit videos. I'm always worrying about the direction in my life. I feel like I am entitled to at least take some time to distract myself washing my own vehicle. I don't know, that's just probably the way I see things, like as a way to cleanse the sins of my impurities. Whatever. But yeah, this is my detailing. Since I am not a large business, I don't have that many clients to be a full-time or even like a part-time, like a really low part-time business, because I'm not doing it that much. This is my escapism right here. Just cleaning my van, cleaning my family members' cars. It's therapeutic. I'm being honest with you. It's very, very therapeutic. Oh my god, look at that. I love these easy detail brushes. This is my first time using this. I mean, I've had a barrel brush like this before, but it snapped and it's rusty, and then the fibers are too strong. I like this. It's soft. It contours nicely. I like this. Man, this is a nice brush. I feel like I'm missing something. Oh yeah. Get to the bottom area. Ew, look at all this gunk. Ew. I sometimes think to myself, man, when am I going to find a studio where I can record, detail, do some classes, some education, some training? Because I would like to do that. I would like to train detailers how to detail, but not in the way people think, like, oh, he's going to show me how to wash. No, I'm going to show you how to wash and think outside the box, not think like a 2-bucket crusader, pH neutral only user. You buying one product for every single subject user. No, try to minimize all of that. Because I feel like a lot of places that they do training, it's only for either 2 reasons. A, they're trying to sell a product, aka chemical guys. Man, I always bring chemical guys. They're just the perfect example of the businesses or the organizations that I don't agree with. Because chemical guys does training, but it's just to sell you on the product. They only use their products and just say, just buy this, buy that, buy this, buy that, buy car soap for black cars. Are you kidding me? Oh, piss off, chemical guys. And then the other reason why people would probably do training is, well, ceramic coating installs, and also to have a good relationship with the brands. Not to start shade or anything, but I feel like it would be nice to see training done with well thought out processes instead of saying, well, the brand tells me to use this, so we'll just use this in the class. So I don't classify that as training. Alrighty, now that the wheels and tires are finally done, we can now start the pre-wash and the wash process. So in this case, I am going to start the pre-wash first, but I'm going to do it in small sections because, yes, while it is cloudy, this is a really strong chemical. This is a Streamlines, or actually I think I have the bottle right there just so you guys can see. Alrighty, so I have the product right here. This is Streamlines Blast Off Degreaser, and I am going to be using it at full strength for the pre-wash because the traffic film is just... by the way, I did a video not too long ago how to remove traffic film, and it is really bad. I did it on the side, on the driver's side. It's really bad. It is not coming off with even APC pre-wash. The APC pre-wash didn't work. So I have to step it up to something really strong, like a degreaser, because traffic film is technically grease. And we're going to use it at full strength in the foam cannon so that way it has enough dwell time. It can sit there for a while, but I'm only going to apply it to the lower third of the vehicle and just work around it. But I am going to go in sections because I don't want to let it sit for too long. I'm not going to do the whole entire van in one go. So yeah, we're going to be applying it full strength. Let's do 20 ounces just to be safer. Oh, whoa. I've never applied this to a clear foam cannon. It looks dangerous. This is a blood red, like Kool-Aid looking chemical. Wow, this looks dangerous. This looks like it means business. Alright, so I'm going to be using Streamline Blast Off Degreaser at full strength using the Krenzel 1322TS, and I am using DI water. And here we go. Oh my god, this thing foams up so much. This thing foams up so well. I know it's full strength, but still. Oh my god, it is melting away all the... I need to bring you guys in closer for this. Look at that. Ooh, goodness. And here's another one. Ew. Yeah, using an all-purpose cleaner or shoot, just in general, any degreaser cleaner to properly pre-treat your surface will always give you good results. Oh yeah, that's so much better. Oh my god, that worked so incredibly well. I mean, yeah, I could still see a little bit of grit in the lower areas, but I mean, I have not cleaned this car in over like 2 months, and it's been raining like crazy, and all that traffic film kept on splattering on. There's a thick layer of grease, traffic film, impurities, grit, earth, all that nasty stuff. So yeah, this did do a lot of work. All right, here we go. Whew, thick clumps of foam. That looks very satisfying. Oh my god, the weight is just carrying it down. That's crazy. I mean, I don't know how this will react with the with the clear coat, but I love my wrap. I know some people are probably wondering, what, Cardo, where's your contact information? Where's all that? Well, I have YouTube and Instagram on the side. My business is already as public as it should be. I mean, my email is already available on my YouTube channel if they have to contact me. I don't think it's that hard to just contact someone. Oh, Cardo, I only need a phone number. Oh, I only need... Well, we'll move on with the new times. Now, the new era now is emails and social medias. Phone numbers is a thing in the past, I'll be honest with you. I don't like phone numbers. Or, I'm sorry, I don't like having my phone number public because I have a personal life, man. I need my personal space. I need time to edit my videos. I don't have that time to be always sitting on my desk and just waiting for like 2 or 3 phone calls to go. And then it's a long conversation. They don't know what they want. Price doesn't convince them. Hang the phone. So right now, like I said, with my business and my website, I'm reevaluating everything. I'm gonna put my prices straight in the front so I can filter out everyone that can't financially afford it. Not to call them cheap, but I don't have that time anymore to deal with people who don't have the finances to buy a luxury detail. So I'll filter those people out. I'll put all my descriptions. If they know who I am, if they're interested, they're interested. If not, good day. Man, it removed all the traffic film in one go. Oh, that looks so much better. I mean, yes, I could still see the speckles here and there, but that did so much work. Oh, this looks so much better for a touchless. I mean, obviously, don't do this on every wash, but if your car gets out of hand with the contaminants, APC or degrease it. Just straight. Don't think about it. Just do it. Yes, if you have a wax or sealant or ceramic coating, obviously you're going to strip it. I mean, there's no way around it. What are you going to do? Oh, let me put a pH neutral show because I want to protect my wax and sealant. I want to protect my ceramic coating. pH neutral only. I'm going to buy a ceramic shampoo. Well, guess what, dude? Because that does not react with the surface, you're basically smearing all that traffic film on your wax. So instead of actually stripping it off, you're just basically smearing all that crap on the surface. So you're not cleaning the van. So yeah, don't waste your time, man. Don't waste your time in buying pH neutral products or ceramic coating shampoos. Don't waste your time or money trying to smear junk all over your car using 2, 3, 4 buckets, 500 grit guards, 1 wash mitt. Don't waste your time. Just APC pre-wash it or degrease it accordingly, and you'll get much more effective results. There we go. That looks a whole lot better. And in case you guys haven't noticed, I do have a hitch installed because I do have a cargo carrier for when I have to take my filter, because that thing weighs so much and I can't physically lift it. So instead of having to lift the entire filter onto the van, because it is really heavy and I have to keep it standing and tie it down, because otherwise if I leave it on the floor, it's going to be spilling a lot of water. So instead, I attached a hitch, or I'm sorry, I installed a hitch, and I bought a cargo carrier with a ramp on it, so that way I can use a hand truck, lift the filter onto the carrier, lay it down. If it spills water, it's fine. Then drive on out of here without having to physically lift the entire thing. That thing almost, I almost injured myself like 2 times with that tank, and I honestly cannot take such risks like that, especially in detailing where your back is such an essential part of the job. All right, I'm gonna rinse it off now. There we go. Pre-wash is done. And I'm going to charge my phone right now because it is at like 18% or 10%, and I'm not going to record the whole wash and talk with just 10%. So I'll be right back with you guys shortly. Oh my goodness. So after a frustrating attempt to charge my phone fast enough, well, at least I got a bit of juice out of it now. All right, so now we're going to start on the wash process. I already... APC pre-wash. I already degreased the whole entire exterior. Now we're going to focus on the contact washing, and for the soap of choice, it's going to be Cardo D scale. Now this product is interesting because it's one of my first acidic based shampoos. Now I haven't checked the pH on this thing, but I am going to work on that later in my review. I did use quite a lot of this. It's all the way down over here. I've been enjoying this product quite a lot, and yeah, it does what it does. In the bucket solution, I'm probably going to add like 2 or 3 splashes of this. And then in the foam can, I'm going to be using the recommended dilution at 10:1. 2 and 3. This, it's hard to describe what this smells like. It smells familiar. It's recognizable, but I have to figure out what it smells like, because I do recall this scent before. It's not as slick as I want it to be. I'll just add a little bit more. Just a little bit, Cardo. Just a little bit. Cardo, you said a little bit. Yeah, I know. I'm gonna keep mixing this around until I get a... Now, when I add the soap to my bucket, I don't do it by the calculation. Oh, use 1 or 2 ounces in your bucket. No, I put in as much as I want until I feel the lubricity in my fingers. So I've mixed this quite a bit now. Oh yeah, there we go. The slickness is now there. I don't know how many ounces that was, but I just eyeball it. I don't really do like precise measurements for the bucket. I just need to feel the slickness. All right, and none of that like, oh, use 256:1 or 128:1 BS. I put in as much as I want until I feel the slickness. All right, so now for the foam cannon, I do have 1,000 milliliters of water, and I'm gonna fill it with 100 milliliters of soap. So, oh wow, that diluted very nicely, despite it being, it's more on the runny side in the container, but it dilutes very nicely. I don't see any excess product being mixed in there like a syrupy residue. So yeah, here we go. Cardo D scale is gonna go onto the. It looks like a little bit of the water dried up, and you have plenty of water. It's because I was charging my phone the whole time, so I need to make sure the surface is wet. Because I don't want to be applying dry soap. I mean, yeah, the soap is wet when I shoot it, but I don't want it being on a dry surface. I'm not going to wash the roof just because it's already pretty much clean from all the rain, but I'm going to properly clean all the surface of the contaminants that are on the glass. So I'll just treat it from here. Now, Cardo Descale is really interesting because it's an acidic-based shampoo, and I don't usually use it as like a maintenance or as like a pre-wash. It is designed to handle like water spotting, tough dirt according to the label, and just anything that can chemically react from an acidic perspective. Yeah, Descale is actually a really... Oops, sorry about that. So Descale is a really interesting product because it doesn't, despite it being an acidic-based shampoo, it's not smelly. It doesn't have a weird odor to it. It actually smells pretty nice. It's not caustic. It doesn't feel irritating on the hands. It feels like a very premium shampoo, and the price reflects. Cardo, where's your 2-bucket method? Where's your 2-bucket method? I don't do the 2-bucket method. And also, I'm doing the 1-bucket method because remember, guys, I already pre-washed the entire vehicle. And when I was charging my phone, I actually rinsed the entire vehicle and did another pre-wash on the edges or in the corners because I don't think it was necessary to just sit around, watch how everything's going. So instead, I'm going to pre-wash the edges again. Oh yeah, and by the way, I don't think I told you guys, it's gonna rain pretty soon again. Cardo, where are you washing car if it's gonna rain? Well, I want a clean van at least. I don't want to be waiting. According to the weather, it's gonna now be like 3 months since I washed my van. I'm not gonna wait 3 months until then. Maintaining it, because oh my goodness, I just dropped my wash mitt. Oh no, it's super messy. No, I can't use this anymore. Okay, I just moved the camera because there's a neighbor that's getting in my shot and it's really annoying. So, yeah, just to respect their privacy so they're not caught in the scene. Alrighty. Now I'm just going to just lightly rinse this because this is a pretty rough chemical. If it's pH neutral, I can let it sit, but this is not pH neutral. From experience with pH neutral shampoos, even if it did dry up on the surface, it actually reactivates. Well, some shampoos reactivate very nicely when they dry up. So the foam, the chemistry activates again, and it just rinses right off. Cheaper brands that claim to be pH neutral have some of the thickest like shampoos. Like you're basically applying corn syrup at that point. It's not pleasant to work with, and it's definitely not pleasant to remove after it had dried. Oh no, I got tar on my van. Ah, dang it. Okay, Lena, it looks like it's already fading away, but still not cool. And in the meantime that I'm here, just to get it extra foamy. Well, I have been trying out new products. I want to get introduced to the Shine Supply lineup, but right now I'm trying to focus more on my business. I can't really be spending too much on products just because it's financially suicidal to buy a lot of products and start reviewing them. I'll try my best to do like mini reviews of products, because there's some where the product did well. I didn't really need to do so much testing, because there are some products that did surprise me that I would like a lot more time to work with it. But there's some products that just don't convince me. So it either turns into lazy detail spray, or what's it called? Truck wash solution, because I need because I wanted to get out of my arsenal. Next subject. So my IK Mini review gained a lot of traction. It became one of my most highly, like, not highly viewed, but one of my most successful videos that got a large amount of viewership in a short amount of time. So thank you guys so much for checking that video out. But it also raised a lot of controversy because my review was quite brutally honest, and people were just giving me different responses, like, yeah, Cardo, I think that was a pretty good review. Then other people that were hard defending it, like, oh my god, you did a terrible review, terrible, you have no experience, you're not a detailer, I have 40 years of experience. Okay, and that's your opinion. My opinion is my opinion, so I don't why don't you back it up with facts instead of giving me a pretty vague response on why you had a valid excuse to call me out. But anyways, back to the IK review. So I have a love and hate relationship with it, only because it's pretty inconsistent. Sorry, a truck's passing by. It's pretty inconsistent because of like what I think should be a quality sprayer versus the hype. There was so much hype behind that sprayer, and I know the rag company, SEMA, everyone who attended SEMA, it was just an overhyped product. And to be honest with you, that's all these brands nowadays do. Because they look at all the hype. And honestly, man, it just doesn't work out at times because, well, these brands just look at concepts, but they don't really listen to the community feedback. If IK really did listen to the feedback, why did it take almost 60 plus years, or I don't know how long the brand's been, but the IK sprayers have been around for such a long time. You're telling me that it just took them up until now, out of all the years they've had with the IK lineup, it took them all the way up until now to figure out what was wrong with the sprayer. And what they do? Slap an ergonomic piece onto it. So it's an overhyped product, to be honest with you. Alrighty, so the contact wash is finally done, but I'm going to foam the vehicle just one more time with the remaining solution that I have, just so I can flush out all of the product that's still lingering, and also to, well, hopefully if there's any leftover contaminants, that will probably be rinsed away with ease, or even like fresh bird droppings. So yeah, I'm gonna foam the vehicle one more time. Why not? Why not? I love the foam. Yeah, I'll let it sit for a bit, let it dwell a little bit more, just to flush out the product. Now, what's another topic that I had? So, well, I'm going to continue off of the IK sprayer. So, at SEMA and the rag company and a whole lot of other popular YouTube channels, they all overhyped the product, if I'm being very honest with you. I feel like I know what these brands try to do. They always love to target the channels because it's free marketing at that point. If they visit or put it on their social medias, it's free marketing at that point. And honestly, like, if you look past the hype and look at the product from a constructive standpoint, some products are not that great, or even just straight up clones from the other one. So I didn't go to SEMA. I wish I did, because I would have thrown really hard-hitting questions, because I love doing that to companies, to see who is the legitimate company, who actually takes their audience seriously, who is actually invested in creating a well-designed product, unlike IK. And honestly, this isn't even like a supply chain issue, because they've had a really, really long time, way before the pandemic even started, that they had all the time, all the resources to, and the feedback to develop a proper sprayer. But no, it's taken them, what, more than a decade or something like that, to develop a sprayer with the ergonomic piece. And it's not even a new sprayer. They kept the same sprayer, but they just slapped a new ergonomic piece on top. Honestly, man, that's not listening to the community. I know somebody put that on the comment section. No, it's because they were listening to their community. Well, what community? The rag company community? Oh my God, those people don't really look past the hype. They only look at the hype. Well, if the rag company featured it, I must buy it. Why? Just because it was hyped? Oh my God, man. I have nothing against the rag company. I actually have a lot of their products because I think they're actually pretty good. But because they're a detail supply shop, because they are a distribution business, they're never going to give constructive feedback. They just look at sales. If it sells, it sells. Honestly, man, if I opened up a shop, I would only put products I actually support. You think I'm going to add the entire Meguiar's lineup or the entire PNS lineup or the entire, what other lineups do I have? I don't want to call sub brands out because I actually am still in the testing phase. I'm still checking out the brands, so I don't want to call them out just yet. But big brands does not justify me selling every product or giving the hype that it needs, because there are some products that I do think does deserve more attention, but because these popular channels or the rag company, I don't mean to pick on the rag company, but because they're a distribution, they have to sell the product, and obviously they're not going to be harsh on the product. They might throw a tiny sprinkle of constructive criticism, but it's not nowhere near the proper criticism that it should deserve. Which is why I was brutally honest with the IK sprayer. I still to this day, I love the IK sprayer, the mini sprayers, because I love how small it is. It's such a nice looking bottle, but the ergonomic piece, you couldn't have just sold that by itself this whole entire time, way before the pandemic started. So it's not even a supply chain issue at that point. So honestly, man, it is what it is. Unfortunately, that's just the industry that we're in now. But I'm glad I have this channel where I can talk about this sort of stuff, because it's just it sucks, because when I look up products, when I look up what certain products do, a constructive feedback, it's just hype. It is just hype. I don't see any proper reviews. They just say, well, it works in my arsenal because I have 40 years experience. Oh, well, it doesn't work just because I only use Meguiar's products. I only use PNS products. That's why I don't like the product. Well, it's all one-sided stuff. I need someone who can break down, analyze the product, look at it from a constructive point of view, and then give me an opinion. Not it's all good or it's all bad, but just mention both of them. Why not? That's constructive feedback to help the product improve to become near perfect. I've been ranting for quite a long time that I forgot the foam is still sitting here. Let me focus on this real quick. Just to save on battery, I'm gonna cut it right here, and then I'll just jump over to the protection stage, because I'm gonna be rinsing for quite some time, so I'll be back with you guys in a bit. But I am going to be applying Geon Wet Coat. This is a really, really nice product, because it just works. It just works. It's as literally as it sounds. Instant hydrophobicity booster, literally as the name implies. That's how it works. This is such an effortless product to use. Spray, rinse, you're done. It's already waxed, or I would say like it's hydrophobic. I'm going to use the bigger bottle on the paint and the glass, and I'm going to use the smaller one for the wheels. This I got it from a sample. Might as well just use it on the wheels to get them protected, and then I'm just going to continue with the rest of the vehicle, so that way, well, I can start driving off it now. It's already protected. So yeah, let's get started. But before that, I wanted to show you guys something real quick. The water, or the behavior of the water. Okay, never mind, it's not killed. So so it did receive a massive hit, because it's now sheeting, it's not beating. Now you can see how the water is just beating, sheeting right off. Now, shampoo use only on a wet surface and rinse immediately. Ooh, so this is not meant for a dry. Well, time to break some rules. And now let's rinse right away. Oh my God, look at those beads. Look how nice it works. Woo. Oh my God, yeah, that is definitely a lot of beading. Man, this, I just love how this stuff works. Now, I'm sure you don't have to look for too long. There is no, no beading whatsoever, or even sheeting. This stuff is such a flat surface. There's no water reaction or any water behavior. It'd be a pain applying it with this tiny sprayer, but we're gonna see how it goes. Oh yeah, that is so much better. Yep, the beading is definitely there. What if I put it on the tire? Does this work? It actually works on the tire. Just for laziness. No tire dressing this time. We're gonna put it all on the tire. We're gonna see how this works. This is my first time doing this on the tire. Oh my God, this is there's a lot of beading on the tires. This actually worked? What the hell? I don't think it says anything about the tires, but hey man, it works. If it works, it works. That's what's up. So here we go. You see that plastic? See how it doesn't have any water properties anymore? Look how flat it is. It's already the coating, the protective coating that was on this has already failed. So here we go. Apply some wet coat. Ooh, look how much beading that is. And just like that, in a couple seconds, it's already done. Bam, move on to the next job. Oh God, I forgot about my wash mitt that I dropped. Oh my God, it is so... What the... Oh, I got scared. I don't know why it was moving on its own. Oh my God, look at this here. I'm gonna see if you guys can see it on camera. Oh no. My wash mitt, look at all that grit. It picked up a lot of rocks too. Hopefully this works. And now we're just going to rinse, clean all of our stuff. You know, I think I'll record this part just so you guys can see how I clean all my stuff out of here. So usually when I do a detail or do a job, even if it's like a mobile job, I try my best to organize myself first. So I need to get my chemicals first right here so I know what's going back in the garage and what's going to stay out here to get cleaned. So I like to organize myself a bit. I'm going to start the cleaning process. I did use deionized water on my van, so it can just air dry at this point. I don't really care too much of the water staying there, and plus it's going to rain pretty soon. So honestly, the drying, I don't care about that now. But we are going to clean all of our stuff first. When I say our, I mean us, because you guys technically helped me get all this stuff too. So I would like to make this like a community effort. You guys help me get all this stuff. Like, I don't know, holds a special place in my heart. So we're gonna clean our stuff here. The odor is still lingering, so I'm gonna clean this out of here. See, this is what I love about these super wide foam cannon bottles with these super large neck, because this just makes it so much cleaner to use. If you have a PF22 foam cannon, that neck is really small. How are you gonna, you know, blast the water out from there? So you have to fill it up, drain it out slowly, fill it out, drain it out slowly. No, this one you just, bam, you're already done. It's done. All the water is out. You can fit your whole gun in there as it's dripping out. So, I don't know, man. That's what I love about this thing. To the garage. All this is going to the garage. In case you guys haven't noticed, so I I temporarily got the IK mini sprayer, like the ergonomic piece. I snapped it off and put it on here just because, oh my god, it felt so much better. But of course, I had that ergonomic piece belonged to the mini sprayer, so I had to take it off and put it back. IK, why can't you just sell the ergonomic piece? I don't want to buy a new sprayer just for that reason alone. Well, gonna have to deal with it then. All right, so all my chemicals are out of the way. Now I'm going to get my brushes out of the bucket, because I do have the wheel bucket still filled with brake buster, and I gotta clean the solution out. All right, there we go. I turned off my, there we go, Krenzel, so that way there's no power going in. So now I just need to thoroughly clean this, just so there's no brake buster residue lingering. Let's set that aside. Same thing for all my brushes. Make sure they're thoroughly rinsed out. There's no point in cleaning a mildly clean car with dirty tools. You're just gonna end up dirtying the damn car. Man, I love this easy brush. This thing was so helpful. Before I thought to myself, you know, no, you don't need an easy detail brush. I always thought to myself that, like, okay, just don't get it. It's not worth it. You don't really have that many cars that need the barrels cleaned, but this thing works very nicely. It's not overly aggressive like the other ones that are like, I like to call them corn cobs. They're like stiff brushes. And it's just scratching the hell out of your clear coat of the wheels. So this is soft. I mean, as long as you have lubrication from the cleaner that you're using, you'll be perfectly fine. All right, up next, my wash mitts. All right, I'm not gonna like deep clean these or anything. I'm gonna make sure they're thoroughly rinsed, and then I'll just put them in the laundry at a speed setting using a light amount of water. Use the lowest setting of water. Ooh, I got scared. I thought it was Public Works. California laws are so unnecessarily aggressive, because we got some strict as hell laws for washing or detailing your car. You can't do this, you can't do that, you can't do this, you can't do that. And California is such a hypocrite state. Let's save the planet. Stop detailing cars. It's not good for the environment. Let's save the environment together, said everyone not knowing how to. Because it's just bombarded with people that want to save the earth, save the planet, save the environment, do all this, not knowing how to. And even if they developed the proper resource, the proper strategic method to implement all those regulations, nobody wants to do it. Simple. Nobody wants to do it. And what do? Let's charge everyone. Let's keep putting fines. Let's keep throwing aggressive laws that are anti-business. Let's do all this, but let's do nothing about it. Let's do nothing about the environment. We're gonna charge the crap out of you, but we're gonna do nothing about the environment. Make up your mind, California. Alrighty, and that's going to be a wrap for this Wash and Talk episode 2. I didn't really have a proper direction of what I wanted to talk about. I just went at random, what's been going on in my life, my business, the new website that's coming out pretty soon, and yeah, just my overall thoughts on everything that's been going on. And yeah, I just wanted to talk with you guys about that. So I like these Wash and Talks. It gives me much more flexibility on what I want to do, how do I approach the detail, because obviously this is a work van. It's not like a Ford Mustang, Toyota Supra, Cadillac Escalade. There's no meticulous areas about this van. It's just the grill, the emblem, and a whole lot of flat surface area. So honestly, I like these Wash and Talks for my own personal vehicle. Yes, it's not a fancy Lamborghini. Yes, it's not a fancy BMW, but it's my van, and keeping it clean is what I like to do. So yeah, guys, thank you so much for watching. Just to summarize everything that's been going on, the new website is coming out pretty soon, and it's gonna be my way of communicating with potential clients to filter out the people that I want to negotiate and do business with, because, oh my God, because I remember like paying Yelp for advertisements. It was a brutal $300 for 3 months. I only got one client. That's it. That's all it is. That's all I got. And what the client paid for was only like a $30 difference, because it was $300 in ads and then $330 for an interior detail. It was like an extraction, but like I only got $30 in like profit quotations, because I still had to subtract it afterwards. But Yelp was so garbage. Their customer service is poor too. All they do is constantly ringing your phone saying like, hey, what about advertisements? What about advertisements? You got to set up your account. You got to pay all these fees to make your account look great. But like, that doesn't do anything. You're just pushing my brand. You're pushing my business out to everyone, but not everyone. Everyone is not my client. I can't service everyone, because not everyone can afford $200 exterior details, $500 interior details, almost $2,000 worth of polishing services. So it's like Yelp and Google ads, like, while yes, they do help branch out your market, it's not 100% ideal, because I'll be real with you, a majority of those people can't afford details. They don't want to put in more than $100, and there's nothing wrong with that. It's just, if you're a detailer who wants to focus on the big ticket items, wants to focus on the luxury end of detailing, your clients are not there. Navigate around to see who is your ideal customer, and make sure to have prices and everything readily available on your website, so that way you filter out all the people who can't afford it. So that way you don't have to answer the phone call, stand there for 30 minutes, and then try to question, well, do you want this detail? Do you want this detail? Oh yeah, I'll take that and that and that. It'll be this much. Oh no, I don't want it anymore. So you just wasted so much time for a client that didn't even have the finances for it. So yeah, that's the direction of what I want to do. I want to create my website, restart my business once again with a new idea, new philosophy in mind, keep everything transparent. I mean, I have a YouTube channel. I'm already as transparent as I am. I'm showing you the wash process, the chemicals that I use. I'm transparent. And honestly, man, like, I'm trying to start focusing more on the luxury end of detailing, because I once you reach, well, here in California, usually your typical prices for like details, there's like $100 to $120 for like a Honda Civic. Honestly, man, that's not the type of work that I want to do. I don't want to be doing the near $100 or even less than $100 details. That's not the type of work that I want to do. I want to focus more on the luxury end, focus more on the reconditioning side of car care and car preservation. I want to change who I am as a business. I don't know, lots of potential coming forth. So thank you guys so much for watching this second episode of Wash and Talk. It's been like, what, 3 months or 2 months since I've done a Wash and Talk video. Yeah, this ad was really dirty with a lot of traffic film all over the surface. The wheels and tires were disgusting. Now, I'm not going to apply, I think somebody's already going to mention it. Yeah, I'm not going to apply a tire adjusting, because I'm actually going to be preparing a product review, and I need that junk on the lower area so I can demonstrate the product. I don't want to mention it just yet, but I need a dirty car to demonstrate a product, which is the reason why I didn't use a tire dressing or even any dedicated protection for the vehicle. So you guys are just gonna have to wait on that. So thank you so much for watching. Take care, and I'll see you guys on the next episode of Wash and Talk. Thank you for watching. Have a good time.